for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Colorado State Rams and the Washington State Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. From deep, it's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion, putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And talking to the defensive coaches coming into this game, man, what do they talk about, guys? They talked about tackling. They've got to be good in space, not allow those little plays to turn into big ones. Early in this football game, they miss the mark. They don't tackle well. That's going to be a big thing to watch throughout this football game.
No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a 3-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talented of a quarterback coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop guys so that they're ready by their junior or senior year to have success. This guy changes that dynamic a little bit, though, and because of it, you can see fans are so excited about the future.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Turns it upfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
In the backfield, it's Brown. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Guys, let's take a minute and look big picture at Colorado State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference.
Caught! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. Finds the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Freeman. Still running at the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Cougars are marching down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got a man. It's Clemens. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll run it. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Back open in the middle. There he goes. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
But how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. The snap sets up to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Out wide right, it's Vereen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, it's Coleman. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
2nd down to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Right side, it's Coleman. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw on first. That's caught. It's Freeman. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. That's reeled in. It's Freeman.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this ground.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tug the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Hits inside. It's Voorhees. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, they've been able to stay on the field a long time on this drive, and in order to do that, you got to be really good on third down. And that was a tricky one there. The defense trying to give them a bit of a different look, but it never fazed the quarterback, and it never fazed this offense. They're able to pick it up. The clock keeps ticking, and this offense, they're thinking touchdown.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Handoff to the lone back. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Looking to throw on third and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 6 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Cowboys, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. Between the hashes, it's Clemens. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Off play action on first down. Look out! Takes a hit as he fires. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. Rushes on. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll try to do it himself. Now he's looking into the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Brought down after the huge gain, gets this offense set up at the 27.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Finding some room. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Rams trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his 25. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Keeps it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked, and then third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Corners are going to bail. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going over the top. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25. But here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side is Fareed. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And the Rams trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. And he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking for the marker. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
The Rams kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out wide right, it's Mosley. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line, 1st and goal, Colorado State.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Drops back on first down. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And this offense put together a pretty good drive, man, but man, did they stall out. 3 straight incompletions, trying to find something that would work, but this defense, they stood up after giving up some yards and really finished this drive well.
And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Crosses the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing in this one, and he is well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Beverly. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first downs.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Keeps it on the ground. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught. Turning it on. And he scoots out of bounds. Picks up the first down. Gets the clock stopped and down. They're in business in plus territory.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the right. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.